Hey, what's up everybody? Thanks for watching today's circuit video. I put these exercises together for a friend who wants to strengthen his chest and shoulder muscles and his core and his lower body. So we're going to do some of each of those. You ready to join me? I'm going to start off with a range of motion exercise for the chest or the pec muscle. I just grab my foam roller and I'm going to lie down on it so that my chest muscle, I'm starting on my right side, is on the foam, and then my body weight is pushing the muscle down into the foam. So it's kind of the same idea as getting a massage, except that's often someone else pushing on your muscles. This is a DIY massage. I've got my body weight pushing into the foam, which helps relax the muscle. And so when you roll on the foam, you'll feel some tender spots, presumably. When you find a tender spot, stay on it. Don't move. Give yourself 15, 20 seconds on that spot before you move and find another one. Those spots are really important to help give the muscle relaxation and full range of motion. If you feel tight in your chest, as a lot of people do, we don't have full range of motion. And when we start doing actual exercises, we're going to work the chest muscle from a strength perspective. So don't want it to start off tight, but start off in as relaxed a state as we can start. So I've already switched to the other side. I'm going to hold here for a few more seconds. Just breathe naturally as you do. Like I said, find a tender spot, stay there. If you don't find a tender spot, roll a little bit until you find one. Roll slowly, 1 inch per second, until you find those tender spots, and then we'll be done. So I'm done foam rolling. I'm going to put this foam roll away. I'm grabbing a stability ball and some light dumbbells, and we're going to move to the next exercise, which is for those muscles in between the shoulder blades. So the dumbbells I have are about 4 pounds, or they are 4 pounds. And I put my navel on the ball, and I'm now squeezing my shoulder blades together to move my straight arms back toward my hips. I'm also opening my hands to the outside. That's external rotation at the shoulder joints. You can see at the top, my thumbs are up, my palms face away from each other. You can also tell I'm squeezing my shoulder blades together. If you do all that, your chest should feel open. Like I said, we're going to do some chest strength exercises. So these small muscles between the shoulder blades offset the chest. They're the opposing muscles. Really important to strengthen them so that they can do their job to offset the chest muscles, which are much bigger. If you're uncomfortable on the ball, just roll a little bit forward or back until you're in a more comfortable spot. I finished with those shoulder blade squeezes toward the hips, and now I extended my arms straight out. I call this exercise airplane, and I'm just moving my arms up an inch, down an inch, squeezing still the shoulder blades together and those muscles on the back of my shoulders, the rear deltoids. Still have the same 4-pound dumbbells. I just did about 15 reps of each, and I'm done. So I'm put the dumbbells to the side, keep your ball, and now I'm going to put my elbows on the ball, straighten my legs, and hold in a plank. So plank is a go-to core exercise or abdominal exercise for a lot of people. It is really popular because it's effective, it's hard, and it's even harder when you've got your hands on something unstable, something that moves. The closer your feet are together, the harder it'll be to stabilize or to stay upright on the ball, and that's going to be more true in a second when we start doing some reps. So I'm holding this plank for about 30 seconds, and then I'm starting to move. I call these rollouts. Push the ball out an inch or two, and then draw your elbows back under your shoulders. You'll feel it gets harder as you push the ball out. After about 8 of those, start making some little circles, clockwise, then counterclockwise, or vice versa, but just roll the ball in a circle. Feel your body stay still. Your torso and your hips don't really change. but you're just moving the arms inside the shoulder sockets. So about 8 reps in and out, 8 reps clockwise, 8 reps counterclockwise, and we're done with circles. Next, I'm keeping the ball for a more of a full body exercise, and here the chest strength component is going to come into play. I call this Walrus. Lay your torso over the ball, hands on the ground, and then walk on your hands until just your feet are left on the ball. Do 2 push-ups, and then walk back to your original starting position. So each time you walk out, do 2 push-ups and then walk back, and we're gonna move in and out 8 times, do 16 push-ups. This, the walking in and out part is part of the exercise. So you may feel your body want to, you may have trouble staying on the ball as you're walking in and out. That's fine, it's common. Hang in there. Try to have your feet symmetrical on the ball, your legs symmetrical on the ball, and just move slowly. Each time as you sink down into your push-ups, feel your elbows stay connected to your body, feel your arms straighten completely as you push back into the ground, make your way back up. Rest, regroup in between walking in and out if you need to. Your body should feel long and strong, just like when it was in the plank. Good. Last one. So as you walk back, we're done. We'll stand up. We're done with the ball. We're going to move to a lower body exercise now that I call suitcase squats. So I'm grabbing a kettlebell that's fairly heavy. I think this one's 25 pounds. And I'm just holding it in my right arm straight, and then I'm going to sink down into squats. That asymmetrical weight, the kettlebell only in one side, wants to pull my body down. It wants to pull my right shoulder down and my right hip down lower than my left. So that's part of the work. Keeping your shoulders parallel to the ground and your hips parallel to the ground is very important. I want you to focus on that. Think about keeping your feet parallel to each other and feel your knees track right with your toes as you sink down and then stand back up. I'm switching to the other side, so this is 15 a side, and I turn sideways so you can see how my hips move. When squatting, it's really important to send your hips back, to keep your heels flat on the ground, and then to push into your heels as you stand. This helps activate your glute muscles and gets them involved in the squat. The glutes are a really important muscle in the lower body, and often the glutes are underactive. So we have to intentionally think about them and use them as we move, as you sink down, and as you stand back up. So there is suitcase squats. And then the last exercise in this circuit is just a standing single leg glute squeeze. So I'm standing up straight and tall. I'm balancing on my left foot, and I'm sending my right heel back in space. My right leg straight. The glute muscle's in charge of this. This is called hip extension in the right side. And you should be able to feel as your heel moves back, you should be able to feel the right glute tightening. I'm also trying to keep my upper body really still. My spine doesn't move or change dramatically as my leg moves, even though it might want to. As you push the foot back, you might feel your body want to drift forward, your torso, so resist that. During the balance, if your foot floats back and you're just ready to go into your next rep, fine. Continue balancing on, now I'm on my right side as I move my left foot. But if you feel like you are about to lose your balance, obviously tap the ground, regroup. Just try to keep the same tempo throughout. Here we're doing about 15 reps a side again. So I have a few left. I've drawn my navel in toward my spine just to activate my low abdomen, and that helps keep your torso upright and still and stable also. So I'd recommend that. So now that we're about done with this circuit, take a break, have some water, regroup for a few minutes, and then come back and go through the circuit 3 to 5 times. Have a great workout.